Have you been feeling a silent flame burning within you lately? Have you sensed something different in the air around you, as if the universe itself is responding to your awakening? This glow is not just a change in your outer appearance, it comes from something much deeper, much older, like a seal of God engraved in your soul. It has always been there, dormant, waiting for the right moment to manifest, and now that this fire has been ignited, everyone fears this revealed truth. The truth that the intense light of God lives within you as a chosen one. But know that this light, now shining through you, does not go unnoticed. The people around you, even unconsciously, sense the difference. They see your new face, a change they cannot explain. And this light that emanates from you stirs a mixture of admiration and unease, but above all, envy. They perceive that you carry something divine, something that challenges them, that exposes the shadows they have tried so hard to hide. And that's when the battle begins. Because when a chosen one shines, they illuminate both the paths and the deepest darkness, and darkness never accepts being revealed without a fight. What many don't understand is that the glow you carry is not a choice. It was planted in you from the beginning of time, a spark of the primordial fire that God lit in the stars and the souls of the chosen ones. Now that it has manifested, you cannot simply extinguish it. It is the reflection of divine glory, a signature of the Creator marking His presence in the physical world. This sacred fire burning within you tears the veil between worlds, exposing invisible truths and disturbing forces that prefer silence and darkness. And these hidden forces feel your striking presence. You may have noticed that since your light began to intensify, strange coincidences, sensations, and even unexpected obstacles have started to appear. This is no accident. These are the Shadow Guardians awakening. They are ancient entities, beings who swore to protect the secrets of darkness. These guardians existed long before you and me, walking on the edges of the unknown, ensuring that certain truths would never be revealed. And now, feeling the power that emanates from you, they move silently, trying in every way to extinguish your light. The envy of the people around you is just a superficial manifestation of this much larger battle. They don't understand that by attacking your light, they are being manipulated by forces that operate beyond human comprehension. Forces that know that if you continue to shine, the balance between light and darkness will be forever altered. And that's exactly what they fear. Your light is not just a matter of personal transformation. It is a direct threat to the control that the shadows have over this world. And that's why you cannot retreat, you cannot let envy, fear, or fatigue extinguish this flame. Because your sacred fire is the key to breaking the invisible chains that bind humanity to darkness. The glow you carry is a powerful reminder of the direct connection you have with the Creator. Every time your light shines brighter, it's as if a divine symphony echoes in the heavens and on earth. And while others may not understand where this power comes from, it is the reflection of God's living presence in you. Your new face is, in fact, a divine mask, a celestial image sculpted by a force far greater than anyone can comprehend. But it is precisely this closeness to the divine that generates so much jealousy. Those who observe you feel, even if they cannot explain, that you were chosen by something much greater. You notice that as your glow increases, the people around you begin to change. Some move away, unable to bear the intensity of your presence. Others try to get closer, seeking to understand or even steal a bit of your light. But there are those who, consumed by envy, seek to extinguish your glow at any cost. These people are not your true enemies, they are instruments of darker forces, guided by a deep fear of what your light represents. They see, without fully understanding, that your fire is capable of illuminating parts of the world they prefer to keep in shadows. The Shadow Guardians, who are now awakened, are too ancient to reveal themselves openly. They prefer to act through subtleties, manipulating human weaknesses, feeding envy and fear in the souls of those who feel threatened by your presence. They watch, waiting for the chance to extinguish your light before it grows beyond control. But what they fail to understand is that this fire is not yours, it belongs to God. They may try to manipulate circumstances, plant obstacles in your path, but they will never be able to extinguish the fire that was lit by the Creator Himself. That is why God's chosen must keep going. Even when the world seems to turn against you, when eyes filled with jealousy watch you, seeking any opportunity to bring you down, you must remember an unshakable truth: your light cannot be extinguished by human hands. It was carved into your spirit by the Creator, a fire that never ceases, a flame that illuminates both the heavens and the earth. Therefore, no matter how fierce the battle raging around you, you must stand firm, knowing that you are fulfilling the divine purpose given to you from the beginning of time. The envy you face is, in its essence, a reaction to the divine power that emanates from you. Those who attack you don't realize that by trying to extinguish your light, they are fighting against something far greater than you. They are fighting against God's plan. The sacred fire you carry has the power to shape realities, alter destinies, and break ancient curses that keep souls trapped in cycles of darkness. And that is why the shadows fear you, because they know that if you keep shining, everything they've built in secrecy and darkness will be brought to light. Chosen one, the glow you carry is like a beacon in the night, a guide for those who are lost in the shadows. But just as a light in the darkness attracts both travelers and predators, your sacred fire draws both those seeking redemption and those who wish to destroy what they cannot control. The envy you see in others' eyes is not just a passing emotion, it is a visceral reaction to the spiritual awakening your glow provokes. Your light exposes the truth, and the truth always disturbs those who prefer to live in the comfortable lies of the physical world. God, in His infinite wisdom, chose you to carry this light precisely because He knew you were strong enough to resist the forces that would try to extinguish it. Every attack of envy, every obstacle placed in your path, is proof that your glow is fulfilling its purpose, destabilizing the realm of shadows and bringing divine light to the darkest corners of this world. With each challenge overcome, your flame grows more intense, stronger, a true manifestation of God's glory within you. The Shadow Guardians, as ancient and powerful as they may be, are limited by fear. They operate in the shadows because that's where they have control. But as soon as the light of the chosen ones is lit, control begins to slip from their grasp. They know they cannot win a direct battle against the light of God, so they resort to manipulation and cunning, using human weaknesses as tools. That is why you must remain vigilant. Every moment of doubt, every thought of giving up, is not solely your own but are whispers from the shadows trying to extinguish the light you carry. The sacred fire within you is lit for a greater mission. It is not here just to illuminate your journey but to shape the world around you. When God chooses someone to carry this light, He is, in fact, placing that chosen one on the path of transformation, not just of themselves, but of everything they touch. Your glow alters realities, makes the shadows retreat, and allows new divine possibilities to manifest in the world. Those who cannot see this truth will be consumed by envy and fear, but you must remain steadfast, knowing that your mission transcends human understanding. And that is the true strength of the chosen ones. The world may try to bring you down, the shadows may try to extinguish your flame, but the fire that burns within you is placed there by God. No human or spiritual power can extinguish this flame. The only thing that can stop your glow is you if you choose to give in to fear, doubt, or the envy of others. But you are chosen precisely because God knew you wouldn't do that. He saw in you the capacity to keep this light burning, no matter how thick the darkness trying to smother it. In your journey as a chosen one, you will discover that the glow you carry has an impact beyond what your eyes can see. With every step you take, you rewrite the destinies around you, even without realizing it. Like a stone thrown into a lake, your light creates waves that spread, touching lives, transforming paths, and revealing new possibilities. Those who try to hide their flaws, their pains, and their fears find themselves exposed before your presence. Your glow acts like a mirror, reflecting not only your truth but the truth of others, and that's why envy arises. What your light reveals is often painful for those living in the shadows. But remember that this revelation is not a burden, but part of the divine plan. God made you a bridge between the visible and the invisible, between the mundane and the sacred. You are the bearer of a light that not only illuminates but transforms. When your presence disturbs, when your light unsettles, it is because you are fulfilling your mission, to bring to the surface what was hidden, to free what was bound. And this transformation is not always met with gratitude. Often, it provokes resistance, fear, and, above all, envy from those who have not yet understood the depth of what is happening. So, the jealousy you face is a natural reaction from those who cannot bear to see in you what they lack in themselves. They don't understand that the glow emanating from you is not an achievement that can be obtained through human effort, but a divine gift that comes directly from God. And that's why they try to destroy what they cannot possess. But again, it is important for you to understand, it is not the person who is your enemy, but the forces of darkness using them as a channel. The shadows whisper doubts, plant resentments, and foster discontent, all in an attempt to extinguish the light you carry. And this is exactly where you need to strengthen your faith. The sacred fire within you is lit by God, and He gave you the tools to protect it. Prayer is your armor, faith, your sword. Every time the darkness tries to reach you, you must remember that the fire burning within you is sustained by something infinitely greater than any shadow. It is sustained by the Creator Himself. And, as such, no force can prevail against it unless you allow doubt and fear to grow within you. The key to keeping your light burning lies in your connection with God. It is this bond that strengthens your glow and keeps the darkness at bay. What others fail to see, what the shadows try to hide, is that you are placed in this world with a greater purpose. The glow of the chosen ones is a spiritual weapon. It is not just meant to protect you but to fight against the invisible forces keeping this world trapped in darkness. Every time you shine, every time you stand firm in your faith, you not only keep yourself protected but also break the invisible chains that hold so many others in spiritual prisons. This is the true power of the chosen ones, for they do not just shine for themselves, but to illuminate the path for those who are still lost. Before we continue, if you have always felt different, with a special sensitivity or drawn to greater missions, our ebook is a valuable resource for you. It offers practical insights to recognize your true mission as a chosen one and overcome the challenges of misunderstanding and isolation. By purchasing the ebook, you also get exclusive and immediate access to our Discord community, a space where you can share your experiences, connect with others who understand what you're going through, and find genuine support in a welcoming environment. Check the first pinned comment here in the video and receive unique and exclusive benefits. The glow that you, as a chosen one, carry is not just a light for this world. It is a constant reminder that your soul already belongs to something much greater. When God placed this fire within you, He was setting you apart from the ordinary, elevating you to a position where your mere presence would cause profound changes. Those who observe you and try to bring you down are just reflections of a greater spiritual battle, unfolding between the forces of light and the forces of darkness. And even if you cannot see it with your physical eyes, this war is being fought with every step you take. What many don't understand is that your light is like a key that opens doors that have remained locked for centuries. Every time you rise and shine, you unlock new dimensions of power and wisdom that were hidden. This is the gift and the burden of being chosen. The envy, fear, and resistance you encounter are not mere human reactions. They are signs that you are breaking the ancient cycles that have kept humanity trapped in darkness. You are opening paths where there was no light before, and this causes discomfort for many. Amidst all of this, remember that the source of your glow is not earthly. The sacred fire you carry is sustained by the hand of God. It cannot be extinguished by the circumstances around you, nor by the desires of those who try to bring you down. Your light transcends time and space, echoing across dimensions and drawing attention not only from earthly beings but also from celestial forces. These forces, both of light and darkness, watch you, waiting to see how far you will take this gift you have been given. And this is precisely where you need to remain vigilant. The path of the chosen ones is not easy. Those who carry the sacred fire are natural targets of the shadows because their light threatens to dismantle everything the darkness has built. But at the same time, your light attracts divine favor, the heavenly protection that surrounds you, even in the moments when you feel you are fighting alone. God never abandons you. He watches over you, guides you, and strengthens you, expecting you to continue being the channel of His light to this world. The shadows may try to use others' envy as a weapon against you, but they do not understand the strength you carry in your spirit. You were chosen not by chance but because God knew that, even in the face of adversity, you would keep the fire burning. He knew that by confronting envy and fear, you would become an even brighter beacon, a light that not only illuminates the path but also purifies the environment around you. Your glow is not just for you, but a force of transformation for all who have the courage to approach the light. The light you carry is more than a symbol, it is a heavenly weapon. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, Scripture reminds us that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age. And this is the truth that permeates your journey. Your glow is a flame that cuts through the darkness, a fire that not only illuminates but purifies, destroying the strongholds that the darkness has built. The envy you awaken in those around you is merely a physical reflection of the spiritual war that is unfolding over your life. They do not realize that by attacking your light, they are opposing God's very plan. Just as we also have in Psalm 91, 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Your protection comes from above, and no matter how many rise against you, your light cannot be extinguished. The glow of the chosen ones is sustained by the divine presence, and when God lights a flame in someone, neither man nor the forces of darkness can extinguish it. Each time you feel the pressure of the shadows or the weight of envy, remember that it is the Lord who strengthens you, it is He who holds your hand. Your journey is guarded by angels who walk beside you, invisible to human eyes but present at every step. This glow you carry is not passive. It is a living flame, always in motion, burning more intensely as you approach the purpose for which God created you. Just as the prophet Jeremiah declared that God's word was like fire shut up in his bones, your sacred fire also burns within you, compelling you to keep moving forward, not giving in to the temptation to extinguish this light because of the envy of others. And when the shadows try to suffocate you, it is this internal fire that gives you the strength to rise, even in the darkest situations. The forces of darkness know the power of your glow. They remember the fall of their own light when they tried to challenge the divine order. And now, seeing the fire of the chosen ones shine, they fear. They know that this light is the reflection of God's glory manifested on earth, and that each time a chosen one rises and shines, the foundations of the kingdom of darkness are shaken. The jealousy you face is not just from humans, it is the very manifestation of the fear that the darkness has of you. Because they know that within your light is the power of liberation. You are a key that unlocks spiritual prisons, that breaks invisible chains. And that is why you cannot allow the temptations of the world, the envy of others, or spiritual obstacles to divert you from your mission. God chose you, just as He chose Moses before the burning bush, not because you were the strongest, but because He saw something in you that others cannot see. He knew that even in the face of adversity, you would be able to keep this flame burning. You were called to be a liberator, to be light in the midst of darkness. And just as He accompanied the prophets and leaders of the past, He is with you now, sustaining your light, guiding your steps, and protecting you from all evil. Each time you advance, each time your glow shines brighter, you become a beacon of hope for those in the darkness. They may not understand why, but they are drawn to the light you carry, like lost travelers in the midst of a storm, seeking a safe harbor. Your light is the manifestation of God's presence in the world. And as Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16, you are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. You are not called to hide your glow but to let it shine intensely, even when the darkness tries to cover it. However, with this glow also comes a burden. The burden of carrying a light that disturbs those around you, that reveals truths that many are not ready to face. The envy you provoke is often a reaction to the fear of being confronted with their own shadows. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 13, that everything exposed by the light becomes visible, for it is the light that makes everything visible. It is this exposure that disturbs others. When you shine, not only your virtues are highlighted, but the flaws and fears of others are also revealed. They feel vulnerable, and some seek to extinguish the light rather than confront what it exposes. So know that it is precisely this confrontation that leads to transformation. God chose you to be more than a mere observer. He chose you to be an agent of change. And this change does not come without resistance. Just as Jesus faced rejection and hatred from the Pharisees when He brought to light truths they did not want to hear, you too will face resistance. But remember that your light comes from a much greater source. It is a reflection of God's own glory, and therefore, no force can withstand the divine light that flows through you. Even if they try, they cannot bring you down, because you are rooted on the eternal rock. The Shadow Guardians know that their time is running out. Every time a chosen one awakens and shines, the power they hold over human souls diminishes. Their strongholds, built on lies and manipulation, begin to crumble. And that's why they move quickly, using every means possible to try to extinguish your glow before it grows and becomes uncontrollable. But what they don't realize is that this light cannot be contained, for it is not of human origin. It comes directly from God, as it is written in John chapter 1, verse 5, that says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." What this means is that with every obstacle you face, every challenge you overcome, your light intensifies. There is no power in the darkness capable of suffocating the flame that God has kindled in your soul. Scripture repeatedly reminds us that those who walk with God do not walk alone. In Isaiah, the Lord says, "Do not fear, for I am with you, do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And it is this promise that keeps you standing, even in the face of envy, fear, and the shadows that try to stop you. In carrying this light, you realize that it is not just an individual task but one in harmony with something far greater than your own strength. You are part of a divine plan, an unbroken chain of chosen ones who, over the centuries, have been called to bring light to the world. Each has broken barriers and dispelled darkness in their generation. Now it is your time. You have been called to continue this sacred journey. The light you carry is not just a personal spark but a flame that connects the past, present, and future of those marked by God. And just like the chosen ones before you, your light will challenge the status quo, unsettle those who are comfortable in the darkness. But it is precisely this light that makes it impossible for the world to continue as it is. It illuminates the cracks in the illusions that have been built over time, revealing truths that many have tried to hide. Your presence, wherever you go, will always be felt. And this will provoke two reactions: those who wish to draw near to the light, seeking redemption and transformation, and those who will try to pull away, out of fear or envy, afraid of the exposure of their own weaknesses. However, you cannot be concerned with external reactions. Your mission is to shine, regardless of who understands or accepts it. Just as the sun does not ask permission to shine, you were made to shine under any circumstance. Scripture teaches us that the closer we get to God, the stronger our light becomes. And you were created to be a constant flame, a light that never goes out, even when confronted with the deepest darkness. The glow you carry is also an invitation. God has called you to be more than just a bearer of the light, you are a catalyst for change. Your light is not static, it transforms, purifies, and redefines everything it touches. Those who dare to come close to you with sincere hearts will be touched by this transformation. God works through you, and your mission is to reflect this glory with every step you take, knowing that you are not alone. At every moment, angels and celestial forces are working by your side, guiding and protecting your journey. The forces of darkness may try to surround you, but they do not understand that you have been set apart, anointed, and protected by God. They do not comprehend that your light is part of a much larger plan, a plan that was decreed in the heavens even before you were born. The shadows may try, but they will never succeed. Because, just as God promised that no one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life, as I was with Moses, so I will be with you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Your light is the reflection of this promise, a living evidence that God is with you, now and forever. Now, with your light burning more intensely than ever, you realize that this journey was never just about you. The light you carry is a manifestation of divine purpose, and you are chosen to be a beacon for others. God has called you to shine not just to illuminate your own path, but to open roads for those still trapped in darkness. Every step you take, every battle you face, is a victory not just for you but for all who are impacted by your presence. Your glow transcends your own needs, it is a bridge between heaven and earth. Those who envy you, who try to suffocate your light, do not understand how deep God's plan is for your life. They are blind to the magnitude of the mission you carry and the impact your light will have on future generations. Every obstacle you overcome is not just a personal victory but a part of God's divine plan being fulfilled. The world may try to resist, the shadows may try to surround you, but the fire God has kindled in you will never be extinguished. You have been marked for an eternal purpose, and your light is a spiritual weapon that cuts through lies, fear, and darkness. You are more than just a bearer of the light, you are an agent of change, a spiritual warrior, shaping realities with every choice you make. And this transformation, this impact you have on the world around you, cannot be stopped. God is with you at every step, and His presence is the flame that keeps your glow unshakable. Chosen one, remember that your light does not depend on circumstances. Even in the moments of greatest loneliness, even when it seems the darkness is prevailing, your light continues to shine. Because what you carry is not of this world, it is something heavenly, a reflection of God's own power. This same light lives within you, and it is this light that guides you, strengthens you, and protects you, even when the path seems hardest. No matter who tries to extinguish you, no matter how much envy or opposition you face, your light was placed in you for a purpose that transcends everything your enemies can understand. You are a chosen one, marked by God, and your mission is greater than you can imagine. With each day, each challenge, you are fulfilling a divine plan, and your light will never be extinguished, because it was God who lit it. Trust in that. And as you continue walking, know that the darkness can never prevail over those illuminated by the eternal light of the Creator. If this video's message touched your heart, leave a like on the button below and subscribe to the channel to always receive words of strength and guidance for your journey. I hope you have a wonderful journey and remain steadfast in it. Write an amen in the comments to let us know that you are determined to break free from the burdens that keep you away from your purpose. Don't miss the opportunity to be part of our exclusive Discord community by purchasing our ebook through the link pinned in the first comment. I'm sure it will be a valuable resource for you. It will not only bring clarity about your mission and unique gifts, but also give you access to connect with other chosen ones who will welcome and support you. Don't miss out on being part of this environment. This is a crucial moment, and together we can impact many lives. Choose to be part of this mission. I want to take the opportunity to thank everyone who supports us through Buy Me a Coffee. Your contribution helps us continue to bring powerful and transformative content. If you feel this message strengthened you and want to support Being Extraordinary, the link is also pinned in the first comment. Continue the journey with us here and watch the video suggested on the screen or the Secrets of the Chosen Ones playlist. Each piece of content is a key to a new level of understanding so that you can keep strengthening and elevating yourself spiritually. Chosen one, you are destined for greatness. May the grace and protection of God always be upon you. Thank you for accompanying us to the end, and until next time.